welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ceece Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Okay guys, so a lot has happened in the Big Brother Naija house in the course of 2 weeks. I mean, looking back, you'd actually think that they spent like 3 months in that house, but it's just been 2 weeks and a lot of characters has clashed already. Last night we saw CeCe, who calls herself the OG, and Kidwaya, the newbie, aka the Gen Z, but they go head to head, which might result in a strike or more. We are waiting for Big Brother to give his verdict because, as CeCe said, Big Brother's house, Big Brother's rules. Now, I think the whole CeCe and Kidwaya situation kind of overshadowed every other thing that happened yesterday. So since we've done a video on that, I told myself, you know what? Here we are going to be talking about every other thing else that happened yesterday that we didn't get to talk about. Let's start with Neo and Tolanibaj. I don't know what it is between these two, because last night I saw it with my 2 eyes that Neo is actually not in that way attracted to Tolani. Yeah, he is not. I mean, and Tolani is acting like a wife that is marking her territory, or a girlfriend that is marking her territory. But in the real sense of it, the boy is not interested, and it's quite sad seeing her show herself at this guy all over again. It's almost like we are watching 2020 all over again, but this time around there is no prince in the picture. Yes. So what happened yesterday? So you all know she has already had that situation with Princess, and already Princess and Uriel are actually, acting, I don't know, they're just going head to head because of a guy that is not even serious. So at the party last night, Neo and Princess were dancing. Guess what Tolani did? She came in between the both of them and pushed. Yes, she pushed Princess away, and Princess, like a little kitten, went to the other side. She did not even open that her mouth she was using to tell Kidwaya earlier later on in the night. I'm like, what was that? And she started dancing with Neo. Now, after the party, when they were in that pink room, so Neo was talking about how he wants to have a baby, a woman that he can settle down with, a woman that can have his baby. And I think he was telling Uriel, no, that was before the pink room. He was telling Uriel in the garden this, and Uriel was like, I mean, you already have that woman, you have Tolani, and guess what? Neo started explaining that no, that he and Tolani are not like that. The thing is that Tolani was one person that was, helping him, pushing him to be looking for his mail, checking his mail, if Big Brother has called him or not. So basically, he described Tolani as HR. You know, HR in your office? I think that's what Tolani is to Neo in Neo's head. But I don't know, maybe she thinks she's more, but obviously the guy is not feeling the girl. And also, I think the most hilarious moment for me last night was when Shaye was talking about how Neo is like a family to him. That was in the pink room. And then Shaye proceeded to hug Neo, and Tolanibaj now went to go and hug them. Like, I was super embarrassed. You know, when you have like I don't know if it's second hand or third hand embarrassment for someone. Yes, I was super embarrassed. You know, that kind of, oh, include me, I'm part of the my family. I'm like, who is this one? This baby. I shall hope. I sincerely hope for her sake we do not have a repeat of the lockdown reunion. I sincerely hope that it's not, reunion. They will not be like Kobosi. Anyways, talking about Neo also, Uriel and Princess. So you all know how Uriel has been beefing Princess because she said it's her accent, but we all know it's because of Neo, right? And Kidwaya has now gone to go and put katakata between the two and told Princess that this is what Uriel said. And Princess came and be talking to a doing that was already stressing herself about Kidwaya. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I mean, so a few minutes ago, you were, talking about how you were going to throw a shoe at Kidwaya. Why can't you go there and go and confront Uriel? Call her. She's in the same house with you, but you are there talking about, oh, this. I'm like, this girl. Every time they keep telling us, man is not the price, man is not the price. But every time they go into that house, they keep proving to us that for them, the men are the price. See, I'm not even going to be surprised if a guy wins this. I won't even mind because the ladies are not giving. I'm not even gonna lie. Now, away from Princess Uriel, Neo, Tolanibaj, and that all, Mercy, let's talk about the queen of highlights, or the self-acclaimed queen of highlights. Now, a lot of people have been saying that Mercy have not really been given highlights all through or ever since the show started, but I think she decided to, show you guys that she is the queen of highlights anyways. So last night, Mercy kissed White Money. It was not like a French kiss, but it was a kiss. She kissed Kidwaya in the garden. Almost she teased Kidwaya even in the dressing area. And she also did dance with the forbidden fruits. And I'm talking about Bad Boy Dex. That dance was so sensual. I'm like, hey, what with Venita Tinko? But I mean, the Venita was looking so good. She was looking like proper Oyibo Pepe with that red lipstick, blonde hair, red dress. I'm like, baby girl, you fine. But what is it with Venita do? Do you hear what she was telling Bad Boy Dex Adekunle? Oh, Mercy is not like that, so don't think because of how she dresses and everything. She's not. I'm like, I thought Mercy is your friend. What am I missing here? I thought Mercy is Venita's friend. I mean, they were even hugging in the club, but before then, she has already been. Oh my goodness, what man? I told you, these people pretender. Hey, what man have been doing to these people? I cannot say it all. Anyways, back to Mercy. So as Mercy was now flirting with Kid, I'm like, yeah. At some point, I think somebody said about respecting Erica. I'm like, hold up. Is Kid and Erica, are they still? Not before my mouth to like hear more, but that's what I think it was Tolani that said that. I'm like, okay, Tolani knows Kid more than we do, so maybe they are doing things on the low, and we do not know. Anyway, so the likes of Fraud pulled Mercy away from there, and Mercy started asking them, that is Fraud and Shaye. Among these guys, Para, Cross, who else? Kid and White Money, which one will she use as her cruise relationship in the house? And I think somebody suggested, they just said no kid at all. But I think at the end of the day, they settled for White Money because White Money, according to them, would treat her like an egg. And with White Money, you are settled. Like, the guy knows how to take care of a woman, right? So I think they settled for that. And at the end of the day, Mercy crashed on the same bed. In fact, she was cuddled up with Fraud. Understanding wives. You people are trying, You people are trying. These understanding wives of Shaye and Fraud. You people are really, really trying. Now, let's talk about Shaye for a bit. I have a bone to pick with Shaye. Yes. Why is it that Shaye always wants to insult people's parents? I mean, why? First, it was Angel. Now it's Doyin and Think in labor at some point. Like, why? Every time, oh, they don't have home training. Oh, I'm a traditional man. Being a traditional man does not give you the right, the effrontery, the audacity to talk down on people's parents. Were you the one that carried that child for them for 9 months? Were you the one that fed the child? Were you there through the sleepless nights? And his excuse is always, I'm a traditional man and I have a child I am raising. Then why are you here? Big Brother is not a morality show. Big Brother is not a show you come to, change your moral compass. It's not. Like, you are talking about morality, but you are here rocking girls. You are here drinking alcohol like God knows who. And you are talking about being a good parent. I beg, enough of the BS. You are not better than anybody in that house. I mean, this was the same BS he pulled in his season, but then it wasn't about, tradition. It was all about, any moment, I am the grandson of this person. This one now, they have shed your feathers. You cannot come and say grandson of this person. You are now saying, oh, I'm a traditional man. Anyway, away from that, let's go back to our OG, CeCe. Our resident OG. In fact, the landlady, I think between she and Mercy, I don't know who is landlady or Big Brother. Yes, but now she is the OG. She has told us she is the OG. Did you guys perchance hear what CeCe told Doyin? How did CeCe find out there would be an eviction jury? How did CeCe find out that Ozo will be part of the jury? Hey! Multi-choice, Oticast. They have casted you people. Like, how many times now on the show that if you have been very attentive, you will know this housemate has casted multi-choice. First, it was Alex talking about how Angel was instructed to go into that house and form a ship with Soma. Two is CeCe saying that there will be ex-housemates coming to evict them, and Ozo, my own Ozemena Chukwu Joseph, will be part of the eviction jury. And I believe her, because check it now. Ever since they've been putting out names, have they actually put out Ozo's name somewhere? Let's use our tongue to count our teeth. I mean, these things are not coincidences. It's not a coincidence. And thought it was Adekule. Adekule actually vindicated Fina. Remember when during the reunion, Fina was saying that she, it was a back and forth argument between her and Chichi, but they decided to mute that of Chichi and just air hers. A lot of people were saying that Fina was lying. Did you hear what Adekule was telling Tolanibaj? I think that was yesterday. They were running that they're doing their during their two short tags, he said, because Tolanibaj was asking about the reunion and the insults, and he said that he also gave them some basbos, he reached everybody according to what he said. He reached everybody. And Tony was like, why didn't they show it? And she said, oh, maybe it's because there was not enough time. And he said, no, they did not show it because it will not fit into the drama they wanted. No, be me talker. If you have, maybe you can go online, you will see the clip, or maybe if you have an explorer, you can rewind it. You will actually find that. Yes. And now CeCe is coming out to say what she's saying. What do we not know? I mean, it's kind of like, for a curious person like me that does not take things at face value, I keep asking myself, for this girl to have this confidence, talking about every time fan base. I know these patterns are big, I'm not even gonna lie. They are the ones that started the movement of fan bases, but you cannot tell me that over the years it's been watered down. And that was like over 5 years ago. You get, but she has this backing. I get backing though. That, okay, I mean, do you even like the overconfidence? I'm winning the 120 mil and everything. And I also heard, I think that was last week or so, where she said, oh, I thank God that this girl did not come on the show because she was sharing the same fan base with me. And I think that was Tacha that she was mentioning. So I'm like, shall not be for my mouth and I go hear what I want here. Make of this information whatever you will, but something's fishy going on. But it will even be more hilarious if, no, not hilarious, it will even be much more crazy if Ozo is actually part of the jury tonight. But maybe they might still do last minute changes, so just to make sure that, we are proven wrong. And I would love, honestly, to be proven wrong, because at this point, I don't even trust the jury anymore. I don't even know if it's even the jury's decision. I don't know if you get. You might be in the outer look. It might look like, yes, it's the jury that wants this person evicted, but maybe it might not actually be the jury, if you get what I mean. So in my head, I'm like, anything can happen. Me, I will point out where people are effing up, but I will not put my heart out in this. That's why I told you guys in the season, I stand nobody. I'm for everybody and I'm for nobody, because at the end of the day, it might just be a case of the more you look, the less you see. Yeah. Away from that, guys. Away from that, guys, let's talk about Kidwaya. Whoa, Kidwaya was really insulted by Lebayo. I know that one, I cannot even lie. She told him, you are not Kid, you are not Wire. You are not kid, you are not wired. The money that you are flaunting is not your own, it's for your father. Oh, but that's in pain kid though. Now I understand why kid actually wants to live a year out of the house. Like that's in pain him. And also I kind of understand why all these ladies are beefing, in labor year because she don't throw words at them. I mean, some of the ladies, their reason is quite more different than the others. The likes of Princess, CeCe, and Angel, the common denominator there is cross. Yes, you'll be surprised I mentioned Princess Abi. I'll tell you. Last night at the party, so Princess was first dancing with Cross. She even kissed Cross eye in the club, and then Cross was now dancing with Princess. In fact, when Tolanibaj pushed Neo away, she found herself in the arms of Cross. So apparently now, after the party, Ilebaye went back to where Cross is. Even Mercy, I think it was Mercy. I saw Mercy telling Ilebaye that, oh, you will cry, you'll leave this boy or something like that. I'm like, ha. And Ilebe was like, no, I'm not the one that will cry. It's him that will cry. Basically, I think Messi was like, this guy is a player, blah, blah, blah. He's everywhere. And Ilebe was like also trying to let her know, okay, that she's everywhere. So in my head, I'm like, okay, that's why this courage, this action that Princess, had all of a sudden came. Like the way they were behaving, it will not work. It will not work. Let me go back to Kidwaya. I digressed a lot. I'll still come back to that incident too. So Kid, Doyin clocked Kid's strategy in the house. And basically, he will go to this person and tell this person, I support you, it's this person's fault. He will go to this other person and say the exact same thing, but this time around supporting the person. And Doyin is a smart babe. She clocked him, but I don't understand why she was telling his bestie, Tolanibaj. Even CeCe came and was telling her, like, you are even telling her his bestie. But I also like that she actually also let him know that I know what you're doing, even in his face when he came to talk about stuff. I think they were talking about Ilebaye or something like that. So yeah, kids game in that house honestly is making me see less of the fun kid that we actually did like and see more of this scheming kid. And it's also telling me, like, he's just telling me one thing: he actually does need this money, guys. Anyways, don't be for my mouth and I go here, Ram. I say what I see, and this is exactly what I'm saying. Most of your faves are not all that they claim to be, baby. Like, most of them are just keeping up appearances. Well, this All Stars is actually a rugged show. It's giving us another glimpse to who your favorite ex-housemates are or housemates are. Like, seriously, let's go back to let's move over to Angel for a bit. You guys know, if you've been following me since like 2020, 2021, you will know that I literally fought tooth and nail for Angel, right? And for somebody that defended her so much in her season, the Shine Your Eye season, I think I have the right to actually comment on things she's doing now that is just mind-boggling to me. Like the broke shaming. On one hand, I'm here, I'm talking about Shaye always insulting people's parents. And on the other hand, there is Angel who feels like I've arrived. Who are you guys? I mean, last night she did the same thing. She was like, oh, why do you think I'm going to be affected because of a nigga? How much do they have? And it actually went back to that thing that Cross answered on Sunday, where Cross was like, the women get more endorsements and make more money than the guys. And we were all bashing him, calling him a misogynist, blah, blah, blah. But sorry, not Mercy. Angel said it. She was like, I mean, how many of these brands actually pay these guys more than us? Oh, we earn more than them. Do you even know how many guys pay me just to come and see me or just for me to come and see them? I'm like, they do podcast. They do podcast is watching. Like, it's quite sad. It's quite sad that this is it. But then again, who am I to judge? Shane again. But I just feel like I could talk about it because at some point, not too long ago, I came out here and I was like, you guys should let Angel be. But it's quite sad that, yeah, do I regret that? No, I will continue defending people that I feel like are being misunderstood. Yeah? But honestly, her behavior, what I saw, what I've been seeing in the show so far, it's not It's not it. It's not it at all. Yes, guys. But I forgot to say one thing. I know I talked about Tolani and, the ladies that are surrounding Neo. But one thing I didn't actually talk about is Neo himself. Like, Neo is acting like a toddler that you spoon feed. He's acting like, oh, the ladies want me. I don't know how to say no. I don't know. This is somebody that said he wants to have a child soon. Okay, let them continue. What do I know? I'll be shy here watching them and talking about them as it is my job to do so. What was your highlight this week? Oh, before I even wrap up the video, congratulations to Shaye and Urel. Yes, guys, they won the Too Short challenge yesterday. I'm sure they are going to be handed some millions, and it will be reflected in their bank accounts. At least that's something. So my question is, what was your highlight for the week? Who was your queen of highlights, or who is your queen of highlights so far? Who is your king of highlights so far? And that brings me to the whole strategy thing. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, Kidwaya is playing the victim strategy. We're not going to vote for her." I mean, which of your faves are not playing strategy? Ike is playing stealing people's coin strategy, which is basically stealing. He's stealing. He's thievery. But you are saying it's a game. The game is a game. If he steals your coin, why are you talking about it? So, if you can applaud somebody for stealing in a show, why can't you be okay with somebody for being a victim in the show? If you can applaud somebody for being arrogant, condescending, broke shaming, slut shaming, why can't you, accept another person for bringing another strategy? I mean, Mercy kissed, even though it wasn't a French kiss, um, 2 or 3 guys last night. I don't see anybody shouting about it. I know this is not really about Mercy. It's about me pointing out how you guys are really hypocritical. I just feel like in this Big Brother Naija streets, it's about if people like you, whatever you do is right. If they don't like you, God help you, because whatever you do is wrong. And you know me, no matter how you guys try to be like, is in there, you are biased. Is it? I'll keep saying what I'm saying. And on that hill, I will stand. If anybody I feel like, thank God I'm not even standing anybody or supporting anybody in this one. If Kidwaya messes up, I'll talk about her mess up, like I did when the whole Angel and her fight happened. If any of them messes up, I'll talk about it. But what I will not do is to come here, mount this camera, and lie, or to defend anybody. I am not the defender of the universe. In fact, I have retired. No, I've not retired. I'll still defend if somebody is being picked in. So yeah, I said, okay, well, let me come and gist with you guys. I mean, sleep is worrying your girl. I've not really slept, but I said, you know what? I must gist and tell you guys what these people are up to. What are your thoughts about all of this? Let me know in the comment section. Well, I know you guys are already in the comments at the moment, so yeah, just let me know everything. Let's chat in the comments. Yes, guys. On that note, I'd like to say every big thank you to you all for being part of my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. And also, guys, there's something called the super stickers and the super tanks. You can actually use that to, donate and help my channel. Yes, guys. Thank you so very much. Till I see you again when Big Brother gives his verdict on things that has happened. I remain your girl, Eviction Williams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead. Bye, guys.